Hi guys, welcome back to the Lennox Bennett channel. Today we're going to continue this paper. And the first one says, factorize the following expression completely. 12n squared minus 4mn. So one thing with this, we're going to take out the highest common factor. So I want you to think of 12 and 4 and list the factors. List the factors of 12 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, and 12. What are the factors of 4? 1, 2, and 4. So the highest one that is common to both would be 4. So you plug out 4, and you look what is common again. Now we have n here, n here. So n is common to both. So you take out the n, and then we divide 12n squared divided by 4n would leave 4 3 12, n times n, so that's n. And of course, just have minus n. And I think, guys, when you multiply this, you're supposed to get back this. So 4 times 3, 12, n times n, n squared. 4 times minus m would give you the 4. It's probably worth 1 mark. All right. This one says, show that x over 1 minus x minus 4x is equal to this. So it's like a little proof. All right, so let's rewrite it. So we have x and 1 minus x minus, I'm just going to put the 4x over 1, all right? I'm just going to work it this way. Since I don't have the 1 minus x here, I'm assuming that they just do that as find the LCM. 1 minus x into 1 minus x is going to leave 1. 1 times x, x, all right? 1 into 1 minus x. 1 into what? Anything, leave the anything, right? So we have 1 minus x. So let's expand the bracket. Minus 4x times 1 is going to give us minus 4x. Minus 4 times minus, that's going to give us positive 4x squared. But we're not finished yet because I want it to look something like this. All right? So let's just simplify this. X minus 4x is going to give us minus 3x plus 4x squared. And we have 1 minus x. It still not look like that, right? So what they do, or what they did, they factor out the x. So plug out the x because x is common. And then you divide x into 3x into negative 3x is going to leave minus 3. And x into 4x squared is going to leave positive 4x over 1 minus x. This is the same as that, but we can rewrite it, right? What they did, they put the positive at the front, so to the 4x minus 3 and 1 minus x. So we prove it, or we should. Nice question, though. I think I did this on paper before. It looked very familiar. All right, this one says, hence solve the equation. All right, but this is equal to 0. So we're not going to use the same equation. We'll just do one. We're going to multiply through by 1 minus x. All right. So the LCM would have been 1 minus x. So we're going to multiply through by 1 minus x. Of course, this will cancel. So basically, we deal with x. Technically, they are the same thing. And if bracket 1 minus x, let's expand. Negative 4x times 1 is going to give us minus 4x. And of course, this gives us positive 4x. Basically, the same thing that we got up there. So I'll just show the working. But this must equal to 0. All right, same thing, minus 3x plus 4x squared equal 0. Let's factor out again because there's no like terms here. So I'm going to factor. So I have x and 4x minus 3. So we're going to form two different equations. This is equal to 0. X is equal to 0. So that's one value. And another value would be this. Take this equation into consideration. 4x minus 3 equals 0. We're going to solve x. What's the opposite of minus 3 plus 3? So we add 3 to both sides. We have 4x equals 3. We want to get x by itself. So we divide by 4, which is opposite. So we have two values. X is equal to 0 and x equal 3/4. CXC didn't say values, but I sometimes n solve the equation. Okay, it just the ends. All right. So we do the right thing and we solve for both. All right. We got this one now. It says make V the subject of the formula. Let me just rewrite it. I like see my pretty handwriting. So P is equal to the square root of 5 plus PT. All right. Remember they're under the square root. All right. So we want to get to by itself again. V. All right. So let me just put it here so as a reminder. Sometimes good. So we're making V. So we'll get V by itself. So 3 operations we have to do. We have to get rid of the square root of 1. We have to get rid of the 5. We have to get rid of the t. So 3 operations. Not bad. All right. Let's start with this one. Find this square. The opposite of square root is square. So it's square. And of course, what you do to one side, you do to the next side. When you square it, it automatically cancel out. All right. So it's going to leave 5 plus VT. I teach you about that. All right. The furthest from V we are dealing with first. It's a positive 5, so we minus 5 from both sides. So it will be P squared minus 5, and that equal to VT. What's the opposite of dividing by T? Of multiplying by T, rather. Divide by T. So we get V by itself. We got V of the shop. So we have P squared minus 5 over T. And that is our answer. Very nice one. All right. That one here, so it says the distance. Hold on, guys. I need to say everything. That's small little. Hold on. Sure. All right. The distance needed to stop a car D varies directly as the square of the speed s at which it is traveling. A car traveling at a speed of 70 km/h requires a distance of 40 meters to make a stop. What is the distance required to stop a car traveling at 80 km? A lot of things happen. I could break it down 1-1. All right. So you said D varies directly to the square of s. So I'm going to write that. D varies directly to the square of s. That's the first thing that they said. All right, so now this is a car traveling at a speed. So this means the speed of is 70 square, right? Because S represents square, and of course, D represented 40. But guys, you have to find some constant K. So that's something like this. So you put your K right here. I will solve now for K. We need a calculator. So we're gonna solve for K. So we know say K, that'll be 40 divided by the 70 square. Hold on, let me get a calculator. Let's work out that part of it. So 40, 70 square of 490, 4,900. This cancel this. Equals 2. Alright, so this is 2 over 245. Alright, so I actually never need a calculator. If I work it down to a decimal, but no. Alright. And they say no, what distance is required to stop the car at 80 kilometers? Alright, so we're going to use this for the K. And remember, this is the formula, right? D varies Ks squared. Alright, this is the formula. What did they give us? 80 kilometers, which is the speed. So we have 80 squared. We know the constant now, K, which is what? 2 over 245. So we just times this, and then we can find the distance. So let me just work it out a long way. So T varies 2 times 80 times 80, or 80 is 64. So 6,400 divided by 245. Use a calculator. Alright, that's just what I'm doing. Just so my brain. So 2 times 6,000. 2 times 6,000. 12,800 divided by 245 divided by 245. All right, so that is 52. And a distance, right? So 52.24. Could just, they never say round it off to 1. Could just round it off to 2. And of course, it's a kilometer. What the distance? What was the unit? Matter. Wait, matter. Yeah. Alright. Very nice one that though. I like how they put it in our real life. Okay, that is the end of the question. So, students, you could have gotten those 9 marks by yourself. Let me know in the comment section. Alright. All the best in your exam, guys. Those who are the receipt, whatever. Notice I'm not advertising a class, guys. It will come naturally. Big up on yourself. All the best to everyone. Alright. I'm out. See you guys